Mariota going to put it up right away. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
On the move past the 40, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Cortland Sutton, 72 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. The point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. On first down, they'll start out with Akers. Up to the 20.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
That's complete to Tony. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there, and you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment, the first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
That one for... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to get them out to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as this defense, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the field.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. And the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. First carry now for David Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Been a nightmare of a first quarter for him. 2 interceptions, 1 return for a touchdown. As he starts again here, 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. From the 41, Tua. Open man right side is Tony. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. Over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf, 30 yards. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll go around with Montgomery. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop it. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Here we go.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here we go, set.
Now Tua. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Now he's got it. Touchdown, Chargers. DK Metcalf. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the 1st half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the 1st half. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mariota got a man open. It's Sutton. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Dolphins. Cortland Sutton as the 1st half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away from the 6. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They'll
run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. So we've reached halftime. It looks like we'll have to wait another week to get our first halftime report of the season as we move right along to the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this week one contest. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Here's Tua. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. A give up the middle to Akers. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. That'll be caught by Tony. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Pulling a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown LA. DK Metcalf with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Mariota to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Real estate's been pretty hard to navigate up the middle, hasn't it? Been real tough for them to run the football.
Another example there, but when they try to bounce it outside, the numbers have been to the advantage defensively there, too.
Yeah, once they took care of the middle, that allowed those linebackers, the secondary guys, to run to the ball on the perimeter. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade is going to happen, but look at that. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going right back to Akers. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Most of the damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On the give, this is Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down 24-21, 2:06 to play. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Mariota. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Finding Sutton. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Odell Beckham, 59 yards. And the Dolphins use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now the tides have turned. Now all eyes shift to the Chargers. Trailing by 4. 1:11 to go. This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Tua. Gives this to Waller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Now Tua. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big play here as they strike for 31.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Miami set to take over. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mariota. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. So they'll quickly now signal for the timeout. And it's definitely not looking good, but at least he'll have one final play to hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So, for the Chargers, they begin the new year 1-0 as they come out victorious here.
I'm the best, and I got it. you ain't heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call her. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it, Mr. Know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and coming through it. Run like a runner do it.